Hello and welcome back to Tail Talk. Today we're going to be talking about the rumors around Aliexpress tails being dangerous. But before I get much further, let me sort of give you a parameters for what I'm talking about. Every fabric tail has two parts. One of it's the tail skin, which is kind of the big old tube that you and your monofin fit in so you can swim. And then the other part is the monofin itself. This is the important bit. This is the bit that gets you through the water. This is the one that you should take a long time and find just the perfect one for you. Because goodness knows I've been through around 7 different monofins before I found this one that I really, really like. Rumors about dangerous tails tend to fall in 2 different camps. Either fabric is inherently dangerous, or like physically dangerous, like danger of drowning, or maybe it's toxic. As far as being physically dangerous, I too have seen that video of the person with the knockoff tail that's really struggling to swim in the pool. But I know the reason why. You see, she is using the monofin that comes with that tail, which is a god-awful nightmare construction of basically what would normally be a plastic fluke insert and 2 flippers put together. Now, if you try it with something more like this, or maybe some of the thinnest ones, one of the more sturdy, strong monofins that is great for working with big flukes, she might not have had the same problem. But I understand why she was trying to tell people. And I don't fault people for watching that. I just want to make sure the danger is properly purveyed and disseminated out between different people so they understand why she was having problems. This will pull me down no more than I have a lovely Fin Folk Mythic. Those are about the same in buoyancy. I've worn this many times. It has never dragged me under. It doesn't even have too much of a drag with it. It is a little bit of a pain in the butt to dry because it is enormous, and trying to dry it in a smaller bathtub when I have to share with roommates is not the most fun. But other than that, it's worked perfectly. The other thing I see referenced a lot is, oh, well, we shouldn't get the tails from China because we don't know what sort of toxic paints or dyes could have been used on it. There is no difference between the way these are printed. It's a sublimation printing. It's the same thing that's used in almost every swimsuit you're going to find. It's the same thing that's used on almost every piece of swim thing on the market. Heck, it's the same thing a lot of leggings are printed with. People in China aren't going out of their way to make something toxic for us because it's cheaper. It's not. Why go to the fuss of finding a way to make it toxic when they can just go to the factory that prints all the other stuff, be like, hey, can you print this? Like, I need it this big, I need on this thickness of fabric, and getting it there. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper for them to do because they're basically down the street or a car wide from the factory. But that doesn't make it toxic. And I feel like we should stop spreading this idea that we have to look at anything coming from China as being potentially toxic. Maybe if it's something where there's some sort of precedent, like with children's toys, and they're being leaded paint, I could see. But there is no case I have ever found of anybody running into toxic swimsuit material. And considering China is supplying the entire world with printed spandex, I think if there was somebody that was going to do a crappy job of it and give a toxic material, we would have seen something by now. So maybe we should drop that accusation until we actually have proof. Anyway, that was Tail Talk. If you have any extra questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, and I hope you have a good day.